So welcome ladies and gentlemen, back today for another video as we have a look at Monaco on a more updated build taken from Germany, where they had a bit of a live stream going on the other day. And the reason for me putting this video out was I had a couple of issues with it, or I watched it and I was like, this looks like a different kind of code. Because you have a look at that, right? 3 passes, he's in on goal, or 3 passes, he's in on goal, he has a strike. There's a lot of goals in this match, right? There's a lot of chances. It's very arcadey. It's faster. Yeah, there's a lot of back heels. It doesn't look particularly appealing if you're going to look for a more simulation type game. Well, I think the problem with this is they are playing on the highest pass support you can play on, and that is what is making this game look very arcadey in this gameplay. I believe these two are PES League players, and if you know, PES League players will use the maximum pass support because they want to win games. I mean, if you've got no restrictions and you want to win games, then you'll do what it takes. And yeah, it just wasn't appealing. I was watching this and I was like, this kind of looks like PES 2018 gameplay, definitely pace-wise. But I mean, have a look at every single pass is hit at the perfect pace. It's hit at a perfect position, and there's no real mistakes in this, apart from obviously when defenders get in the way. Apart from that, the passing is just on point. I still don't understand why Konami have such a high pass support. I mean, they could easily have, like FIFA do, assisted, manual, or maybe semi-assisted. You don't need pass support 2 and 3. They're not needed. Pass support 1 is fine. It plays nice, it actually requires skill. I mean, look at this, ticka, and then a little dink into the corner. I mean, it doesn't look good, if I'm being honest with you. And so you watch something like this, if you don't know they're playing on such a high pass support, it could put you off the game. It certainly would put me off, because I've studied a lot of different gameplays, checked out a lot of different videos, and for me, this one has been the arcadiest of them all. And I hope I'm right, you know, and this is not pass support 1, but I just cannot see how it can be. You know, every pass is hit the same. It doesn't matter where if you notice or look at the power bar, no matter how hard or soft they hit it, the ball goes at the same pace, and it's just a goal fest. It's enjoyable if you want to watch goals, don't get me wrong, but it's certainly not how I'm going to be playing this game. The demo comes out the 8th of August, as we know. All the teams in this demo in Germany are going to be on the demo. So I'm thinking this is probably the same code. Now, that may have been a foul there, but the referee said don't worry about it. But yeah, this may be the same code. Probably will be. So, you know, once I get my hands on it, yes, I am going to try it out and give you guys my honest opinions as to, you know, how is the pace. And Barry, the Midnight Kid, he's played it. He's played it at E3. A lot of the PES Universe lads have played it. So they know if it's going to be a slight alteration or not. But ultimately, look, PES can look very, very different with very different players. If you play with a high support, of course, it's going to look totally different. I mean, you can see there, you barely even press the power bar button, and the ball's still fizzing to players' feet. And it's, I don't know. I don't know how people can enjoy playing this way. It's just not enjoyable for me. But hey, maybe that's just me. But I know there's a lot of people that do enjoy more of a simulation approach. So, yeah, I wanted to put this video out here just to make sure people aren't worried that if they've seen this gameplay, it's been increased code-wise and it's now super arcadey. It's not the case. It really is the pass support. I mean, you put this game on manual and you've got yourself a totally different kettle of fish. The game will play probably very nicely. It'll be very tough as well. Got to be more accurate, more precise. But then you switch it up, you play on pass support 3, and suddenly, you know, you've got an arcade fest. So the choice is yours. So there we go. Another thing I wanted to discuss in this video as well was PC versus PS4. I've seen people always worrying and asking, you know, what should I get this year? Should I go for the PC? Should I go for the PlayStation 4? Ultimately, there's a couple of things you've got to take into account. First of all, you've got to have a decent enough, that should be a foul there, ref, certainly was. You've got to have a decent enough laptop or PC to run it. The recommended specs have been released. They're not exactly that sort of high. Keeper made a little bit of a blunder there, didn't he? But, you know, you can get away with it. I mean, recommended, I believe, is an i7. Graphics card isn't superior. Nothing too fancy. 4 gig of sort of video RAM needed. Personally, you know, I have a 1060 graphics card with only 3 gig of RAM, actually, of memory, video RAM. But that should be more than enough. I have an i7, 16 gig of RAM. I shouldn't really have any problems running it. Now, if you get that out of the way and you can run the game and you've got a PlayStation 4 as well, I would say if you're going to play online, probably the PS4 is the way to go, because you're going to find a bigger fan base on the console, not Xbox. Xbox is kind of more FIFA, but you're going to find a bigger fan base on PS4 than PC. I had a bit of an issue last year finding people in Florida. Yes, I do live in America, so it's a little bit different than Europe. There's obviously going to be a lot more people playing a football game, but I had a lot of problems finding people on the PC. However, I am more of an offline guy. I play Master League a lot more, so for me, the PC version is the way to go. The amount of mods you can put on the game will just make it that much better. I mean, you will have the scoreboards, new balls, new stadiums. I feel there will be a lot more stadiums released this year on PES 19 as opposed to last year. It took a while for people to get them out, but it's pretty much the same thing this year as last year. So we should be seeing the likes of Old Trafford and, you know, the Juventus Stadium. What else do we have out there? The Stade de France. There's a couple of them we'll probably see around launch or just after on the PC. You can also get, obviously, the kits, the logos are there. You can get those with the PES Universe option file as well. But even the simple things of having different gameplay as well. There's the option of modding the gameplay and the camera angles to make it feel and look more authentic. So ultimately, look, if you want to play more Master League, you have a good enough PC, you're an offline kind of guy, I would recommend the Steam version. If you want to play online a little bit more and you're more of a My Club guy, I'd certainly say the PS4 is the way to go, but the choice is yours. PC will probably be a little bit cheaper as well compared to the PS4. Always seems to be the case. So there you go, there's my thoughts. Here's a goal once again, ticka-ticka-taka, and then he sort of dinks this in. Nice to see the keeper got sort of a leg onto it. I think that's a positive there, but I don't know, just don't like the look of this gameplay. I mean, look at this. Here we go. Ready? Back heel, give, go, get it back, dink it in. You know, it's very arcadey. Very, very arcadey. But I wanted to put this out, as I say, purely to make sure you guys are not worried that it's been sped up. It's because they are playing on a completely different pass support. And remember, pass support doesn't just affect, you know, where the ball goes. It affects the power as well. When you put it on 3, the game is pretty much controlling the power for you, the accuracy for you. There's not a whole lot you're doing apart from, you know, moving the analog stick and pressing pass and sticking it around the field. So, yeah, that is what is happening there. But yeah, I've got a couple of minutes to remain. There's a little bit more gameplay as well lurking about. I put some of that out as well with some different teams. Get a chance to look at those as well. But ultimately, I will be playing the hell out of the demo and giving you guys my impressions of just how good I think it is. Looking forward to it. I did tweet out something on Twitter. I'm probably going to start my Master League this year in Serie A with Juventus. I haven't played with Ronaldo in a while. I did a Real Madrid playthrough in, I think it was PES 2013. It's been that long since I've done it. I normally do it with Manchester United, but I just feel this year, let's go for a different league. Give it a go with Juventus. Try them out. I know they've got a pretty solid team, and you would fancy you to do well in Serie A and win it, but you never know. It was a chance, but the keeper managed to get on the end of it. So yeah, we're going to go with Juventus, try them out, and then after a season or so, see how things are, and then move on. If we need to go to another club, we will do so. If not, we'll stay. Questions will be asked. But anyway, one thing I did see in this video as well, still the goalkeeping. I'd like to see the goalies, it may be another chance coming up, I'm not sure, but the goalies need to commit a little bit more, especially on one-on-one decisions. they need to make a commitment. Come out, close the angle down, because that ultimately is what a keeper is there for. Make it as hard as possible for the forward to make a decision, you know, and slot it home. But if he's staying on his line, you're basically making the forward's mind up for himself. And it's pretty simple. We saw a quick substitution there as well. Fatigue is another thing I'm interested to see, just how good it is, just how much of a difference it makes. You can't really tell with the fatigue with these videos. I mean, I think you've got to sit down, you've got to play it, and you've got to play numerous games to really notice the difference, because they are saying that a lot of the time, that fatigue is important, but I really haven't seen too much of it. But then again, I haven't played the game. So anyway, we're coming to the final few seconds. For some reason, this video did cut off at about the 89th minute, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe for more. We've got a lot of content to come. This is the PES channel to be, because I like to sit down, talk nonsense, and analyze the hell out of things. But until next time, subscribe for more, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, and take care.